Hello everyone, I'm Brian Croydragon and welcome back to Microsoft World of Flight. Today, Jake the fighter pilot. Let's get started.
Blue leads breaking left. Now. Woo, nothing like a little turning and burning to start the day. Okay, our 6 is clear. Looks like I've got a couple of minutes to show you a thing or two about being a fighter pilot. I'm Jake, but up here everyone uses a call sign. Mine, Sidewinder. If you think you can keep up, click that start button and I'll check you out on some basic fighter tactics.
Okay, Jake. Teach us.
The basics of aerial combat haven't changed all that much since World War I. Sure, jets like the Hornet can do things the Red Baron never imagined, but dogfighting is still a battle to get on your opponent's 6, kill him, and get away. Fancy radar and heat-seeking missiles can't help a pilot who doesn't keep his eyes open or fly his airplane right on the edge of the envelope. The airplanes these days, they're pretty much evenly matched. It's even hard to tell them apart. And there's not too many secrets around anymore. Sure, some airplanes have better systems, maybe a little more speed or power. But in the end, the pilot with the most experience and best training usually wins. That's why we always say, train like you fight, fight like you've trained. We still learn the fundamentals, though. Loops, Immelmans, split S, the same kind of moves you see at an air show. Now, most people think they're stunts, but they're really precision maneuvers. And after all, there's still only so many ways you can get a bad guy off your 6 and put him in your sights. Everybody thought things would change when jets came along, but even with radars and missiles, you still got to have the right moves.
Mm-hmm.
You really have to admire those first guys, though. They invented it all back in World War I. A couple of Germans really worked out most of the basic combat moves after the engineers figured out how to fire a machine gun through the propeller without shooting the thing clean off. Basically, we've just been adding bells and whistles since then. Of course, in World War I, aerial combat didn't really mean much. The real fighting stayed in the trenches. But in World War II, that's when fighters started making a big difference. The RAF held off the Luftwaffe during the Battle of Britain. And if it wasn't for escort fighters clearing the way, those big bomb raids never would have happened. Those guys back then, I don't know how they did it. They flew planes like the Hawker Typhoon. Fast and powerful, sure. But no computers, no guided missiles, no radar. They had to go find the enemy with their eyes, jump them, and get real close to make the kill. Now that was pure fighter pilot flying.
Well, of course it would be hollow, otherwise we wouldn't get off the ground. Yeah, that's it looks like.
Things didn't really change much in Korea. Sure, it was the first time jets hassled with jets, but they still didn't have air-to-air missiles or other high-tech weapons. Those Sabre and MiG pilots had to match their reflexes and instincts against one another. You know, in some respects, the MiG was an even better plane, but experience was the winning edge. Most of our guys had flown in World War II, so they knew what it took to win a dogfight. Now, after Korea, the designers got pretty busy. They came out with a line of fighters. Man, they were hot rods. The first supersonic Mach 2 all-weather jets. They even built some, like the F-106, that didn't even have guns, only missiles. That's how sure they were that the new weapons could replace pure pilot skill. Well, they learned their lesson. And they still haven't made a computer that can keep up with all the action in a really hot dogfight.
Wonder if we have now.
Still, a lot of great fighters have come and gone. I wish I'd had a chance to fly some of those old World War II machines. Maybe someday I'll get checked out in the classic Warbird. But right now, I'm just trying to get up to speed on the new Tomcat. The F-14's been around a while, but the new model is about the most sophisticated fighter in the world. Swing wings, long-range missiles. There's so much stuff in there it takes 2 people just to keep it all sorted out. One to fly the plane, the other to manage all the weapon systems.
Yeah, so obviously this isn't quite new anymore, but it was pretty much the latest information back when the program came out. Yeah, that looks like it. Look at all that. It's incredible.
But no matter what happens with all the new technology, you can bet the pilot is still going to be the most important piece of equipment in the airplane. And remember, that's true whether you're flying a fighter or a basic private plane. Look, I gotta get back to the briefing room. Why don't you click that button with my picture on it and take another tour? And remember, check 6 here.
And that was Jake. Anyway, I'm Brian Croydregan signing out. Stay straight.